Okay, so the router facing the internet, and between the router and the intranet, between the internal LAN, we put a firewall. Why we put a firewall? When I ask this question in the final exam to draw the diagram, some people put a firewall between the internet and the router. What's wrong with that? Can we put a firewall? Does it sound better to put a firewall between the internet and the router if we have a physical box of the firewall? Why not put here? Will this be better?
I think both sides should be better. I mean,
both sides is okay.
It should be both sides. If the company is more good in terms of money.
Okay. Last week, right? Last week we talked about the wide area network. Okay, wide area network. What's the technology for the wide area network? We talked about the different ones: frame relay, ATM, okay, and MPLS, Metro Ethernet. Okay. So when you're facing the internet service provider, what the technology you are using? The WAN technology, right? When you talk to the internet service provider, you are using a WAN technology. And firewall, does firewall support any of those WAN technology? Probably not. Okay, if you look at any box called a firewall does not support any of those technology. Okay? So I think that's probably the major reason. Okay, so if you look at let's look at the firewall as a physical box. Okay, what will be the interfaces on the firewall? Ethernet. Anything else? No. So if you look at the firewall as a physical box, sometimes we call this a brick, B-R-I-C-K. Okay, so you use it's kind of like a brick, a red color. What are the interfaces? Ethernet. So firewall is a device on your local area network. The firewall will not support any WAN technology. So this is the reason that if you have a firewall as a physical box, the firewall is always behind the router. Okay, so don't do this. The firewall is behind the router.